Hi guys from London.
Hi.
Hey,
Hi. I really enjoy the series. Erica, I'll start with you. How is it going back on set for season two, and how is season two different from the last one?
it's a wonderful thing to go back on set because if you're back on set for season two, that means somebody liked you and you found, a little bit of traction. It's a different for my character because she moves. She moves away from Staten Island to Cleveland, which is a totally different sort of look for her. She's looking to make some space and give some space from her and her children, but they follow her there. Her problems follow her, and she realizes there's more growing up to do, and there's a lot of tough love. Obviously, she's got a relationship with Bokeem Woodbine's character, and she's looking forward to having more of her own life. Her real life self had 11 children here in this series. There are 4 represented, but she was also tired. She was also looking forward to being a woman and not just a mother. And I think that this, at least for her, is her going off like a boat and taking a big piece of champagne and going, bang, see y'all later. I'll see y'all later.
Yeah. And Zolee, I was going to ask, I mean, because these characters are kind of loosely based on real people, aren't they? Do you treat them as creations, like off the page, as kind of like as TV characters, or do you speak and work quite closely with RZA about the real people that inspired these roles and use that as a reference point?
Yeah, I definitely, had that conversation with RZA because he's telling me about his family. And then they also have a documentary called of Mics and Men, which also kinds of shows like the dynamic of the family, their personal lives. So that was great research and homework that they allowed us to see. But I also was fortunate enough to have a sit down with Erika and Sophia, one of RZA's sisters. We had lunch one day and we just talked about the family dynamic, whether it was the sisters and the brothers and the mother and, step husbands and, just different relationships and dynamics that would come in. So yeah, we're creating these characters and adding our own little seasonings to them, but these are real people. So we want to do them justice and, pay our respects by making sure that it's accurate and makes sense.
Mm. Yeah, because Erica, I was going to ask me, it's so easy in shows sometimes to have male characters at the forefront. For the female supporting roles, sometimes it almost feels subservient to the male counterparts, but that doesn't feel like the case here. It feels like every character in this has got their own story. They're really kind of fully fleshed out creations. How important is that for you when reading a script, that your character comes with all of that kind of nuance and all the layers to her?
Stefan, that's a really great observation, and I'm glad that you brought that up. Obviously, this story is told from a very male point of view. They're called the Wu-Tang Clan, not the Wu-Tang Clan and them girls. So what I love is that I know RZA tried very hard to pay tribute to his mother. He understands that he would not be in that space without the sacrifice, the guidance, and the tough love from his mother, but also she saw him as an artist. She saw him as somebody who could be vulnerable inside of a world that wasn't made for him. She gave them a safe space to be in that basement so he could play his records and that he could try these things out. And a lot of people don't see, especially Black men, they see them as being just almost terrorists, but she knew that they were sensitive souls. And for many of the groups that are out there that not only survived and thrived, it was their mothers and that space that allowed them to be, whether it's the Goody Mob or Wu-Tang Clan or many of the groups and the solo artists out there. So I'm glad that that's happened, but frankly, you're right. Women are not the minority, we are the majority, and we need to be treated as such and treated in complex manners. And in this way, it's tough when you got several people in a group and their stories to tell, but I think he did his best job as he could.
Yeah. And Zolee, I was going to ask too. I mean, I love the film's kind of exploration, but sorry, not the film, the series exploration between the kind of the hood and the arts, and kind of, and obviously for some people it's a choice, some people it's not, but it's deciding what kind of path to take. With that in mind, do you think there's enough done to inspire youngsters to get into the arts and explore their creativity? Enough initiatives out there today?
Oh, I think more than ever. I think for past generations, like for my grandmother and my mom, the arts were always incorporated in Black culture. We have it in the music and how we dress. And it's a part of who we are to express ourselves. So definitely. But I don't think people could see it as an obtainable career goal. And for my generation, I'm so blessed to have family who did see it as something substantial, who supported me enough to push me to continue to do it, because now everybody's in the arts, whether it's for, you know, because they want to express themselves or for financial gains. That's, you know, their choice. But the arts it's everywhere. You know, you can create movies on your phone and make music on your phone. So it's really what you make of it and how you want to explore your creativity, because it's everywhere. So yeah, I think it's appreciated and definitely pushed a lot more than ever before. But still, do we have a long way to go and it being fully respected? Yeah, but I think we've started the conversation. So it's going in a great direction.
Well, series like this with talents like yourselves are only going to inspire the next generation that they can do it
I
too.
hope.
It's all good. Brilliant. Cheers. Well, thank you so much for your time today, and best of luck with the release.
Brother, I just watched 6th season of Downton Abbey, baby. I finally got into it. And so that your accent, Mr. Barrows, is really coming out for me. But I love, hey, you guys.
Thank you.
Cool.
I've had many, whenever I speak to Americans, they always bring up Downton Abbey. So I'm
sorry, I hate it. You guys have great stuff. I can bring up a lot of things.
It's just fine. We're proud of Downton Abbey. Yeah, it's cool. We like it.
Of course you should. You know, y'all kill in the space. All right, take care, Stefan. Bye.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys.
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey